Okay, so unfortunately, my compass was stolen by police as I was on my way headed to Canada, and it's kind of messed up my trip a little bit, in which now their heads must roll because they put me in jail for walking down the street. And there's no sign that says you can't just walk down the street. I'm sorry, but heads gotta roll now. So they want me to be in a courtroom on June 18th, which is not going to happen. The cop knows it's not going to happen. So they're going to try to float bonds off my straw man, and I'm going to stop them. So this is what I've got: sworn notice of default and opportunity to cure. So I want you to hear this, because these people are nothing but jerks and assholes, and now they're going to get what's coming to them because they messed with me. All right. So on April 26th, between 11 and 2 p.m., given name Solomon was approached by an officer on the Highway 93, where I was walking north on the side of the paved road median. The officer tried to contract with me, and my understanding provoked me to remain silent, and then their contract was void. The officer says, well, you may leave. You know how I do it with these legal fictions. Alright, so I continued to walk with the understanding that I was free to do so. Quarter mile later, I turned around and him following me, and then all of his cops buddies, just in a long story short, his cop buddies all came to me and they arrested me for just walking down the road. Okay, that this dude just told me. So he puts his lights on, and it's like, okay, so you're putting on your emergency lights after you told me I could leave. That's not a code 3 situation. You just committed a felony. So now they've got to deal with me now. So the officers that approached me a second time violated my right to travel. A right to travel is a part of liberty in which citizen or a man cannot be deprived without due process of law of the Fifth Amendment. The freedom of movement across frontiers, either direction inside the frontiers, as well as a part of our heritage. So you tell me I can't walk down the street? Come on, give me a break. I can't walk down a road, mind my own business. I wasn't even hitchhiking or anything. So yeah, and they didn't reveal their names or anything. Like, they were just being real like shitheads. And they told me that my sovereign ID was fake because I should just have a driver's license. And I'm just like, you guys are just idiots. I had to school them on what the straw man was and why it was Luciferian and why you should never sign up for it. You should never be a U.S. citizen. It's all bullshit. You and I all know, fans out there that watch this channel, you know that it's bad to be a citizen or a legal fiction thing, you know. So they didn't have the authority to charge the claim retired trust Solomon Lemuel Perry without being an accessory by making profit off the crime themselves. See, that's who they're dealing with right now. In the process of being booked, I did not consent to my body being touched, fingerprinted, or cuffed, which was an unlawful arrest and an assault. The expensive $50 compass that I had in my possession was taken by them and not returned, claiming it was lost, but I could not have disappeared out of thin air. This prohibited me from continuing my journey, so I headed back with a friend, and at the time, we did not see any signs that said it's a crime to walk down the median. So the compass was taken by them. It was a serious item that I required to travel for a life-changing experience. You know, I was going to Hyperborea. So now, I mean, I feel like maybe the creator wanted me to turn around and kind of just, you know, reflect a little bit. But I'm still headed there. So don't get it twisted out there, folks. I'm still headed there. They completely ruined a golden opportunity by their actions, making me suffer in their hands. This was the fruition of my faith by the Almighty God. So that's what they're dealing with, man. I know these laws, I know this stuff, and now they're going to have to deal with me. The officers went against my religious beliefs and listed me as a bank account so they can monetize bonds and extort credit from a trust in which I was beneficiary. With the private SSS account number I claimed as creditor and liquidated 2 years ago, and they were duly noted and persisted, which was just Deuteronomy 24/7. Now they have no excuse, because I told them that they are trying to turn me into merchandise, and it says that those thieves will die. The creator's going to throw them in a fire. So, I mean, they're going to have to answer to that shit, you know? The respondents, presiding judges, the deputy clerks, the chief of police, man, I'm going after everybody. And, yeah, and after this, I may actually end up getting some of their cash bonds. I'm demanding $30,000 in oath of office cash bonds. Anybody want to step up and get charged with racketeering, unlawful demand, operating in bad faith, unlawful arrest, violation of civil rights, unlawful detainment, default of trust, theft of private traveler identification. They stole my traveler ID. They just stole all my stuff, man. What a bunch of creeps. Loss of stolen metal, glow-in-the-dark compass. My favorite compass. Violation of unable right to travel. unconstitutional request by clerk. She said oh, for bad behavior, you could be thrown in jail for up to a year. Why don't you sign that? I'm like, I said, bitch, that's unconstitutional. What a bunch of fucking creeps. But I made her feel like it was stupid too, so she didn't even want me to sign it. She was just like, "Oh, you don't have to sign that." I'm like, "Right, because it's fucking crazy." I had to show them that it was crazy, or she was just going to be ordering. She was going to be an order follower that day. So relief to be granted. You have to put that in there, otherwise it'll dismiss it. Relief to be granted with opportunity to cure, return to private property, 2,000 relief damages, replacement of the $50 compass. You know what I mean? That's who they're dealing with. And yeah, that's how you do your name. You want to be alive, and make sure you keep your given name separate from that estate, because that's not you. You can't be the estate, otherwise you're just a thing. All right, so you do your autograph, not a signature, because only signs are just legal fiction. Signs are. Autograph is an autonomy of a man. All right, cancellation of agreement, your contract and bonds and all the stuff you put on me was accepted for value, which I did write on it, and I guess they didn't know what I was doing, but I just discharged all their shit. That was a half truth. This is a whole truth. Now what are they gonna say? Oh, our shit's all discharged. God damn. See, exactly. Without recourse. That's how you put them in their vice. So yeah, that's what happened when I was on my way to Hyperborea, and it's a spiritual warfare going on. But you can't let that stop you. But if it does, make it your favorite and greatest day ever. Stay awake.